Hello, happy Friday, and welcome back to my channel. Lose 120 pounds with me. Today, I finally got feeling better from an injury that happened at the end of last week. So it's been about 8 days, a little bit over a week since I fell at the bottom of my stairs, going over the gate, like the dog gate at the bottom of my stairs, into a vent on the floor that my dog had somehow removed the great part of the vent on the floor. So I fell from like the steps going down over the gate into the floor and landed directly on my right knee. And it was very painful. I was very panicked at the time and immediately called my husband because I hadn't seen that he was home yet, but I thought that I had heard him pull in the driveway. So, or I figured he would be getting home soon. Either way, I realize now that it was a really good thing that I called him because he was literally standing right outside at the car, just kind of like relaxing for a second before coming in from work. And it was insane. Like, I called him and I was like, hey, hon, like, I fell, like, I was crying, I was bawling my eyes out, I was freaking out, like, hyperventilating and everything. Usually I stay really calm at a situation like that, but I thought that I was home alone, and I just kind of panicked for some reason. But anyways, he came right in, he helped me up, he took me into the kitchen and got some ice on my knee, like, immediately. And after that, I rested for a few days. Oh, Gabby. She wants to see the video. Anyways, I rested for a few days, and actually, I was not feeling well enough to walk on that leg until today. It happened last Thursday night. Because of that, I had kind of felt like I was like losing track of my progress, and I just wasn't doing what I wanted to because I was so like physically, what is the word I'm looking for? Like physically held back. Like I was being held back because of my knee, and I couldn't actually, Gabby, no, go on. She's wanting to crawl right in my lap. But restriction, I felt totally restricted by my knee injury, and I literally basically have not done any exercise at all for a week. And Gabby, woo woo woo, she always gets like this when I'm on my phone. So but like I said, I felt completely restricted until today. And this morning I woke up. Go on, Gabby, stop. She gets so pushy. She's such a little wiener. You little Gabby, stop. No. Enough. Go on. You're gonna go in your kennel if you don't behave. That usually gets her to be quiet. Scare tactics. Can't wait to have kids. But so honestly, I went for a walk this morning. It felt really, really good. I was gone for maybe 20-25 minutes total. Probably like less than 25 minutes. But I went a little over a mile, and it felt really, really, really good to just, I don't know, get back on track with like just feeling like I'm motivating myself again. The whole time that I was injured, I did eat really especially well. I was eating kind of less calories, at the same time eating like really healthy foods. So I actually haven't weighed myself in a couple weeks, and I am waiting for the right time. I know that when now we're playing toss. I know that when the time is right, like I'll definitely be able to weigh myself. It'll probably be like Saturday or Sunday. It'll probably be depending on what we have for dinner tonight, because I try to hit that like ideal spot where like I've eaten really well for a couple days, and not a lot of carbs and stuff, so I'm not holding a lot of water weight. And that's basically every day lately. Especially for the last couple months, I've gotten really good at cutting back on carbs and making it sustainable and happy and healthy. Um, but like I was saying, I like to find that like sweet spot where I weigh myself at the perfect time. And even though I haven't exercised for a week, and before that I was doing really well. Um, I had my time of the month earlier this month. I didn't actually have a period, but I was like PMSing. I got really bloated and kind of like sad for a couple days, but it only lasted like maybe a week, which is really good because I'm assuming that was like me just missing my period because I have issues with, I'm going, I'll talk about it more when it happens, but I have an appointment for an ultrasound on my uterus to see if I have any cysts or like something like PCOS or endometriosis. It's something I've dealt with my whole life and I've never really looked into seriously. So now is the time for me to do that. But I miss a lot of periods basically, and when I do have a period, it's either, you know, so light that it barely even counts for anything, or it's just like a normal period. I never have like a heavy flow or anything like that. Like, obviously times are like heavier than others because otherwise it would just be like literally like a little droplet of pink. And that's what it's like. It's crazy. I can't believe that's how I am, but my doctors have made it very clear that if I don't get it looked into, that like potentially if I ever did want to start a family, I'm 34, like I don't have a lot of time left, but if I did want to start a family in the next couple years, then I would have to get this taken care of. So we aren't ruling anything out at this moment, but we also aren't, I think Zach and I would be happy and healthy either way, with kids or without kids. It would be a lot easier to stay the way we are now and just be us as a couple and just have like pets. Like, we love being pet parents. Fur babies are the best. But also there's like that like driving want to like have our own kids, and like it's something we've talked about, like we would adore to have just like one child. And I think it would be, I don't know, I don't want to say no to never, but I don't want to say no never, but I also don't want to say like it's like an absolute must kind of thing. I'm pretty sure Zach is much more adamant on like having a family. And I'm not saying I'm not in any way, but like I never wanted or even thought about getting pregnant in any way until I met him, and when I was 27. So it's something that he's always wanted, and it's something that is a little more relevant to me now than it has been previous years of my life. Before, I never wanted kids, and I never wanted a family more than just having a significant other. I honestly never wanted to get married before I met Zach, so when he proposed to me, I was just kind of like, and I knew that he was going to be my person for the rest of my life before that. Like, immediately after meeting him, I'm like, this is my man. Like, this is it forever. Like, I never wanted to be with anybody else, and I knew that the day that I met him in person. We talked on the phone for like a month before we met each other, and we were actually boyfriend and girlfriend before we met each other too. So I went to see him for the first time from Maine to New Hampshire, and it was like my favorite story to tell. But I went from Maine to New Hampshire to visit him in Manchester, and literally like it must have been like 2 weeks later, I drove down again to pick him up. And he was like, hey, he's like, I want to stay with you. He's like, I want to live with you. And I was like, I'm all for it. And he's like, can you please tell your parents that I'm just visiting for a couple weeks and I end up wanting to stay? Like, he had a plan that like he knew what he wanted to. So yeah, it was really sweet. And then we've never ever been apart since. Like the most days we've been apart is like 4 days or 3 days for like a work trip for him, where he'll go up north in northern Maine for a while or something like that. But and he has gone on a couple trips. But what I mean by never been apart is like we never broke up, we never split up, we never separated in any way. The whole time we've been together since 2018. And I can't believe it's been 7 years. 7 whole years. That's insane. And our wedding anniversary is in October, so that's coming right up too. That's crazy. I'm really excited for that. I think we're going to have a lot of fun going and doing something fun with each other. I would like to go and visit Sand Beach in the off season. That is something that I've thought about, but well, I didn't actually think about it till just now, but I want to think of doing something fun and different that like we haven't done in a long time, or that we don't do usually. Maybe my uncle, I don't know if he's gonna have his boat out still, but my uncle has been dying for us to go sailing for the last like 3 years. The last time we went with him was 3 years ago, and we went once before that too, but he would love to take us sailing, and I'm just thinking if his boat is still in the water in October, or maybe we could go like a little bit before then and celebrate our anniversary, like with my uncle. I know that sounds weird, but like my family's really close that way, or just do something on our own. Zach would probably prefer that, but I'm just really excited about doing something for us that is going to be like meaningful and fun, and we've got a lot on our plate right now, but nothing out of the normal. Literally, Zach and I have the worst luck when it comes to circumstances and things that pop up. Like our car right now is out of commission and has been because there were some wires that were left loose and it killed the battery, and we just haven't had a chance to we're getting it towed to a radio place to fix the radio, but we have to get a battery first, and it's just super complicated. It's really ridiculous, but it's kind of is what it is. And with all that being said, we're going on a trip in November, the 1st through the 3rd. We're going to Salem with another couple of friends of ours. I've got some yogi tea right now, and it says, yogi tea of the day: the only thing that can limit you is believing that you are limited. Become limitless. How convenient that said that when I was just talking about us having bad luck. But honestly, like, things couldn't be better for Zach and I. We're so happy that, we're so happy just to, like, have each other all the time. Like, that's all we care about. That's all that really matters. And, to be honest, like, if nothing else ever came along and we just had to live this life forever the way we have it, I know I would be happy. I know Zach would be kind of bummed that, like, nothing exciting ever happened ever again. But, it is true that, like, couples who do stuff together stay together. Like, Zach and I do so much. Ooh, I just knocked over a chair. I'm trying to set up my painting. Zach and I do so much together. Like, so much together. That, I honestly can't imagine doing it any other way, especially with anybody else. I don't know. It's just personal preference, I guess, at this point. That I just want to be with him. But also, where is my plate? I just saw it the other day. Where? Oh, here it is. So guys, I've got 2 bananas here that really need to be, like, eaten or something. So guys, got to put my hair up if I'm going to be painting. This is the painting that I've been working on. Can you tell who it is? Obviously, you've never seen Zach. Zach does not want to be in my videos. That's his personal preference. Fine by me. But Zach and I at a Guardians game in Ohio. That's where Zach is from. And let's see. Oh, I'm gonna need to change this camera thing. Anyways, guys, I love you. I'm gonna start painting. I'll talk to you later. Mwah.